Helping my BF, one shower at a time. I, 23F, live with my BF, Jared, 25M. We share an apartment with our friend, 21M. We have been dating since 2017 and living together for 3 years. He works as a mechanic while I babysit and go to college. My BF has been struggling a lot recently. His personal hygiene, his mental health and stress from his work has caused a rift in our relationship. I know and understand that he struggles with his ADHD and autism, and I'm more than happy to help out when I'm needed. I love him and I know we were meant to be. He's always been there for me, helping me to get out of a very toxic environment with my parents, urging me to follow my own path even if it isn't what my family had wanted. He's tried to help me do chores before, but he always got very stressed out and overwhelmed with the amount of stuff to do. I usually gave him tasks like, sort your work clothes from your everyday, go check around for empty/loose hangers, put all the dishes in the sink, so that he didn't feel guilty about not knowing how to clean. His mom had done a majority of the tasks for him growing up, and I've been teaching him how to do those things. Growing up in a family of 10, I learned pretty early on how to do that stuff. Please, don't come at me talking about weaponized incompetence, because this is not what it is. He just genuinely doesn't know how to fend for himself. His mom has even admitted that she indulged him too much by cleaning his room, and apologized when she first met me. After our first time cleaning his room together, his mom told me she was surprised I didn't run off because she would have. He'd still been living with her, his room a total mess. Seriously, his room was so bad we found his 4th grade backpack in his closet that hadn't been opened in years. We'd been cleaning his room. He was so embarrassed that I was helping him with his room when we had only been dating for a few months. But I just kept telling him that I didn't mind and I've seen worse with my siblings. A lie, but I didn't want him to feel ashamed. Ever since that first initial cleaning of his room, he's been learning and picking things up from me. Things like, getting the big stuff out of the way first, go through everything once with a trash bag and get the majority of trash out, dishes to the kitchen, throw dirty clothes in the corner, etc. He's been such a positive in my life that I can't stand to watch him struggle. For example, his showering habits aren't the best. Sometimes he goes for days without one or brushing his teeth. He knows this and won't kiss me or touch me because I take pride in my own self-care. I know it put more stress on him to try and force himself to do these things himself, so I came up with a solution. One night, after he got home late, all sweaty and tired, I came into our room with my shower stuff. "Hey, wanna take a shower with me?" You would have thought I'd asked him if he wanted $1 million. He sprung up so fast and tossed his work boots aside. I smiled seeing him so eager. In the shower, he just stood there awkwardly while I started cleaning myself. After getting myself all sudsed up, I let him get under the water. I mean this, with as much love and affection as I can, but he was very dirty. You could see the oil on his arms, the grease from working on cars, the scent sweat was so strong that it almost overpowered the scent of my body wash. He seemed so tired as he just stood under the water and let it run down his body. I started cleaning him up, getting him all nice and clean. He seemed to really enjoy it when I had him sitting on the floor of the shower while I ran my hands through his hair. He let out so many groans I thought he was a zombie lol. I didn't want to make him self-conscious, so I didn't tell him anything about the dirt that seemed to just cascade down with all the soapy suds. Rinsing him off, I could tell he felt so much better. He seemed lighter. Like a weight had been lifted off his shoulders. When he asked if he could do the same for me, I let him even though I'd already cleaned myself. He did his best, trying to mimic the way I cleaned him up. Shampoo, rinse, conditioner, rinse, then when it came to the body wash, he stopped. He stared at his hands for a second and I thought he was about to cry. My hands are too rough, I started tearing up. I held his hand in mine and I had to tell him that his hands weren't rough. That he was working hard and I loved his hands and him. He seemed upset, but didn't want to show it. I feel like a child. I can't clean. I can't take care of myself. It hurt to see how genuinely heartbroken and guilty he felt. Ever since then, I've been getting him to join me in my showers once in a while and getting him to brush his teeth same time as I do. I don't know if this will work in the long run, but he's been starting to go and take care of himself quite a bit more since that first one.